Come on, Olivia. Time for you to go to your new house. Okay, Elliot. Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who has been subscribing to this channel. You know, thank you so much. That is something that I really appreciate. You know, I'm really trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers, and hopefully we can reach that. If it's not by the end of the year, the next year. So as you guys saw, I got these two new Australian Leaftail geckos, and man, they are freaking cool. Alright, so the very first day that I got them was actually a Sunday, and when I came home, that was already in the afternoon. So by night I came downstairs to try to feed them. I wasn't sure if they were going to eat, because obviously every single time that a reptile is in a new environment, they need time to adjust, and normally they do not eat. Well, both of them ate. So obviously that is a really good thing, to happen, because obviously, that they are not stressed, which is actually really important. Now, one thing that I wasn't expecting is that they actually eat, small insects. Okay, they actually eat only small insects. And I'm not really used to that. Even my my Leaftail gecko, which is a really small gecko, basically the size of my finger, he always ate medium-sized crickets and dubias. But point is, these guys eat only small ones. Small crickets, small dubias, and I haven't tried mealworms yet, but I will. Obviously, I'm also gonna give him a black soldier fly larva. I always forget the name. That's why I always call them phoenix worms. But point is, I'm gonna try to feed them more stuff. But at least they are eating. Like I said, I'm not really used to feeding really small insects. But that's what they eat, so that's what I'm giving them. Alright, so I also want to say that I already had this tank set up, and it wasn't actually prepared for for these two lizards. It was actually prepared for my Lichianes gecko, but my Lichi is still too small to go into a tank this size, so I decided to use it for these two Australian Leaftail geckos. Now, I do want to say that they will not be staying here forever. I want to get a bigger enclosure for them, or tank, because because even though I was told that they will be fine living together in a tank this size, I still want to give them more space. With more space I will be able to provide more heights, and that's what I want. Funny thing is that they each have basically their own heights. I don't know if you guys can see at the moment, but there are basically 3 pieces of cork, and this right here, this is actually a cork flat, but they are able to go to the back, and for I think it was about for a week, that's what they were using to hide, and then they went to a separate piece of cork round, 1 for each, which I think is completely fine. I think it's actually better that way instead of them always being together. Because actually that's one thing that you don't want. You don't want your lizards to always be together. That is actually a bad sign that maybe there's some conflict, you know, one of them trying to harass the other. So them having, you know, more hides is always a better thing. So that's why they will be going into a bigger tank in the future. So these are nocturnal species. So, you know, that means that right now, they're not necessarily sleeping, because I can see actually one right now, and you know, he's looking at me. I can see the male, Elliot. But you know, they are most active during the night. So I was actually trying to look for one to see if I was able to bring it out. Because you know, even though I am showing videos of them, I still want to have one here with me while I'm talking about them. But you know, they are not easy to find in here, especially the male. The only reason why I'm able to see the male is because he's right in front of me. Now you guys won't be able to see, even if I put the camera right in front of it. Since it's dark in the cork ground, he blends in almost completely with the cork. And you know, that's actually one of the reasons why I like more the colors of the female. She's brighter. She's not as dark as the male, so it's a lot easier to find her. And I actually did, so I'm gonna take her out. Alright, so I spent about 20 minutes trying to look for one, and I couldn't see it. So there is one right here. So imagine looking at this from far. Okay, so obviously the light is making everything brighter, so you are able to see them. Now that I'm moving her, she's moving. So, you know, trying to find one of these guys when it's dark and they're not moving, it's not easy at all. But you know, that is actually basically the main thing about them. That, you know, the point is that their camouflage is so freaking cool and it's so good that it's not easy to see them. But as you can see, these guys are not the type of geckos to simply, you know, stand completely still. They will walk, and they are actually quite fast. I noticed that a few times when I'm missing them, you know, sometimes I don't see them, and I miss, you know, directly at them, and they will run. You know, obviously not as fast as an Aki monitor, but they are fast. So here they are. This is my female. This is Olivia, and it's actually really easy to tell. You know, to tell them apart. Look at this. That's really cool. How she's standing. Okay, camera, focus on her, please. Look at this girl, man. She's so freaking cool. So I actually don't know if they jump from, you know, one part to another one. You know, I don't hold them, especially because they are new. So I don't want to be scaring them. So I don't know if she will jump. For the looks of it, no. Now, you know, I don't want to be stressing them. But I did want to show you guys, because these are completely new to me, and I'm pretty sure that they are completely new to a lot of you guys watching. This is not a species that you will find easily, and even if you do, they are not cheap. So there's not a lot of people you know, keeping them, and I am really happy that I am one of those. She's so cool. And those freaking eyes. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put her back. Alright, so that is Olivia. And Elliot is right there. Like I said, you're not even able to see it. That right there, right in the middle, that is his head. Alright, well, I decided to put her back in her tank. You know, I don't want to be stressing them too much. So, you know, I'm gonna try to feed them tonight, which speaking of them eating, you know, they are eating exactly every 2 days. So at first, you know, I tried to feed them every single day, but, you know, noticed that sometimes they would not eat, which kind of weird. I've never seen any lizard doing this, but they would lick the insect first. And sometimes, you know, they would go for it, sometimes they wouldn't. My guess is, you know, it's just the calcium powder. And if not, you know, I guess it's kind of a weird thing to do, since if I wasn't holding the insect with the tongues, you know, they would just run away. Okay. But anyways, you know, point is they are eating, and you know, that is exactly what I want. You know, in these 3 weeks, you know, I have seen them eating, you know, many times. And, you know, of course, I try to record as much as I can. Although, you know, since they are mostly active when all the lights are off, you know, I don't want to turn everything on and then, you know, kind of scare them. You know, if they get scared, they run away, then they're not gonna eat. I prefer to know that they're going to eat, instead of me just getting another recording. Alright, so obviously I'm gonna be sharing videos, you know, throughout this video, which obviously you would have seen that by now. But, you know, I'm gonna share a couple more after, you know, I'm done talking. So, you know, if you want to stay and finish the video, you know, so you can see a little bit more of them, you can. Okay, but alright, I guess that's it for me. You know, I do want to say thank you so much again to everyone who's watching. And, you know, if you haven't, you know, please subscribe. I would really like to get to, you know, 1,000 subscribers. Well, thank you again, and I will see you next week.
No.